Hello and hello. Welcome to the Cloud English Podcast. My name is Luke, and it is Sunday, November 26, 2043. It's great to be here. Great to have you here. We have a lot of things to talk about. Today we're going to be focusing on English for clothing. Now, that's a broad theme. So we'll be talking about some specific vocabulary. We're going to do an exploration of vocabulary for clothing items, which should be pretty interesting. We're going to talk about some idioms that are more abstractly related to clothing and can be used in a bunch of different ways. And we're going to look at a clip from Next Top Model. We're going to learn some useful phrases in context there, and we're going to talk a bit about pronunciation. So that's the agenda. It's great to have you again. If you haven't already done so, I would appreciate if you could hit the like button and subscribe. That's a great way to support the show. If you're watching, that's what you should do. If you're listening, then show support however you're able to do that by following or subscribing, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leaving a 5-star review. Yes, you can listen. If you're watching and you'd like to listen, you can do that in the links in the description. If you're listening and you'd like to watch, you can do that on Facebook and YouTube. So do that. Let's see, what else? What else? There is still a sale going on Udemy. Black Friday sale. So if you'd like to get that sale, and generally this is how I would recommend checking out my courses. The latest courses are on Udemy, so you can go to cloudenglish.net, and click on any of those courses to check out the latest ones and see if they're on sale on Udemy. You can also get a membership for my courses on my website. That is in the link in the description, and you can get a free course as well there. And you can join the Discord, which is also free to do, free to join. There you get a feed of all the latest stuff that goes up, any course, any video, whatever, these episodes, and a daily word of the day. And if you have any direct questions for me, you're welcome to ask. Okay, I think that is it. In terms of housekeeping here at the start, we just had Thanksgiving here in the United States. This was my first Thanksgiving actually cooking Thanksgiving. Usually I eat other people's cooking for Thanksgiving and enjoy it. Typically I go to my hometown of Ohio and we have a big meal. But with a new baby, we didn't really feel like making the very long 8-hour drive. And so we skipped it. Actually, Thanksgiving dinner with my extended family is happening right now, at this very moment. They're eating right now. I'm not. They are. It is what it is. If I had a helicopter, I might go partake, but I don't. And sometimes they do it on the weekend. Anyway, my Thanksgiving was nice. We cooked a meal at home. We had all of the classics: sweet potato casserole, turkey, which we didn't cook but bought, mashed potatoes. What else? Sweet corn casserole. What else was there? There was some other stuff. You know, the stuff, the beans, all of that stuff. Anyway, it was nice. I see we have some people joining live. English with us. Hey, I know who that is. I loved your video about American culture in eating. Can you please make a part 2? You know, it's interesting that you should point that out. I am actually working on a course focusing on American culture. It is probably the most unusual course, definitely the most unusual course I've ever done. It is a bunch of topics of me kind of sharing my lens of the culture, because I think culture is a background, a backdrop of language, and to really get a bigger sense, a broader sense for the language, understanding culture is relevant. So that course should be coming out soon. I'd like to get it out by the end of the month. It may not happen. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. yeah, so look out for that. Look out for that course. There's a whole section of that course focusing on eating food trends, things like that, customs, etiquette. Miriam says, good afternoon from Brazil. Good afternoon from New York. Okay, these bright lights are making my eyes a little. Maybe tea will fix it. I'm drinking turmeric lemon tea. Normally coffee, but today tea. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get started. We are going to start with an exploration of clothing item vocabulary. Now you may think, I know everything. You got shirts, you got pants, you got shoes. I get it. But each of those has a specific, unique style. And so it's worth exploring, I think. That's what we're going to spend some time on. We're going to do it in a kind of unique way, okay? So let's hop over to ChatGPT. Okay, so there are broad categories of clothes, shirts, pants, shoes, hats, but within each, specific names for different styles. We're going to do an exploration of these styles with ChatGPT as our sort of helpful companion. Okay, our little assistant. That's what it's for, right? Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with shirts. I'm going to give ChatGPT the name of a specific style of, for example, a shirt. It is going to give me a basic description, and then we're going to look at a picture. It's going to create a picture that we can look at and talk about. And this is really not me saying, here's this thing, and this is what it means. This is us exploring this, and I would encourage you to learn this way. It's a great way to learn. So, I mean, you have to use the right prompts, but okay, so a t-shirt is a versatile and casual garment. Very important. So among shirts, the most casual, probably t-shirt and perhaps hoodie, which we will get to, right? It's a versatile casual garment, typically short sleeves and a round neckline known as a crew neck. Now there is another which is called a V-neck, and you can have a V-neck as well. T-shirts are generally made of light, stretchy fabric and are easy to clean. They can come in a variety of colors and feature graphics, text, or plain designs. So it's the style, not necessarily that it has a design on it. Okay. Now we've got a picture of a t-shirt. So, okay, I can see that this is pretty casual, but these are kind of gym shirts. I want to see, okay, can you show me one with a V-neck? Is it just V-neck like that? Can you show me one with a V-neck and let's say, what is it? Yeah, let's see. It gives me the and graphics. Okay, so let's see if we can get one with a different neckline. This thing is your neckline. So crew neck is one, a V-neck is another, right? This specific type of shirt is called, that I'm wearing is called, this is a collared shirt or a button-down collared shirt. We'll get to that. The one underneath is called a Henley shirt. It has a few buttons and then it stops, right? We're not actually going to get to that because it's less common, but it's called a Henley shirt or a Henley style shirt. Okay, so here's an image featuring a male and a female standing side by side, each wearing a t-shirt with a V-neck. Okay, so now we've got V-necks, also t-shirts. He's got a graphic on his. What does that say? It looks like an owl. That's pretty cool. That's actually very cool. Why are they so good looking? And it looks like hers is still plain, but it is a V-neck. Okay, cool. So yeah, we can get a sense for it. We can get a pretty good sense for it. All right, now let's try And the way that I've written the prompt, I don't have to ask the whole thing each time. All I have to do is simply paste in the name. Now, the next one we're going to look at, also in the shirt category, is a button-down shirt. And I would describe this as a button-down shirt. Now, it gets a little more complicated because there are different styles of button-down shirts. There's a button-down, maybe Asian collared shirt, or a button-down collared shirt with a Western collar. Or you could talk about the fabric, maybe flannel, maybe a button-down shirt with, this is called corduroy. So the corduroy is the fabric and the button-down is the style. It can be confusing, right? So if you hear corduroy shirt, that doesn't tell you the style of the shirt. I suppose you could have a corduroy t-shirt. Oh, that would be strange. So there's fabric and then there's style of shirt. Okay, so let's try button down here. Let's try button down and see what we get. Button down. A button down shirt is a classic, versatile garment, often seen in both casual and formal settings. Okay, that's different. It features a collar, a full-length opening at the front, all the way down, right, from the collar to the hem. The hem is the bottom, right, which is fastened using buttons or shirt studs. Button-down shirts typically have long sleeves with cuffs that may come in a variety of fabrics, patterns, and colors. Okay, so there's the cuff here, right? And the fabric or the pattern would be, for example, corduroy, would be, for example, flannel, right? Is flannel a fabric or a pattern? That's a good question. I'm actually not sure. Flannel a fabric or a pattern? Okay, so here, are these the same people every time? How are we getting the same people? Are these same models? This is pretty impressive that we're getting the same models every time. That's pretty cool. I didn't ask for that. All right. So you can see the difference, right? Now, this would be this shirt, these button-down shirts, they both have them tucked in, right? And they're wearing them in a more formal style. I wonder if I can get them in a more casual style. I want to see these untucked, worn in a more casual style, with different fabrics. Let's just see what we get with that, okay? With different fabrics. All right. But this is good. I mean, that's good. Hers is a little weird because she's got this thing where it looks like those are fake pockets, right? So I don't know if that's an issue with our rendering here, but yeah, you can have pockets or no pockets. That's not the thing that defines it as a button-down shirt, okay? All right, so now they're wearing more casual clothes. It looks like now she's wearing this in a flannel style that I had mentioned, right? She's got it kind of tucked in a little bit at the front into her jeans, and he is wearing a denim button-down shirt with two breast pockets. These are breast pockets on either side, two breast pockets, and a denim style. So denim is not the style. Denim is the fabric, like jeans, right? It's called denim, D-E-N-I-M, denim, which is a type of cotton, right? But a specific type. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. They're more casual. They look like they're more relaxed. Now, who would you rather hang out with? These two or these two? I think I would rather hang out with these two. They look more fun, right? They look more casual. These two look like they're doing business. They're just doing business. I'm doing business. All right. So we understand t-shirts. We got button-down shirts. Now, I wonder if we try polo shirt, what we get. Okay, so we're going to try the next style, which is a polo shirt. Now, you might say, wait, isn't polo a sport? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Basketball shorts come from basketball, but you can wear basketball shorts without playing basketball, just as you can wear a polo shirt without playing polo. Okay, so let's see what polo shirts look like. A polo shirt is a form of shirt with a collar, okay? A placket, what the heck is a placket? With typically 2 to 3 buttons. I don't know what a placket is. I do not know what a placket is. and an optional button. Polo shirts are usually made of knitted cotton rather than woven cloth, which gives them a more casual and comfortable feel. They are versatile garments that can be semi-formal or casual, and they're often used in sports such as golf and tennis, or polo. The sleeves are typically short, so we're looking at short sleeves, making them ideal for warmer weather. Polo shirts are the ultimate bro shirt. When I went to university, it was a very bro sort of university of a certain type of person, let's say, and a lot of people wore polo shirts. All right, so our models are changing slightly over time now. Okay, so they're wearing them more, maybe it's a kind of blend of casual and formal. You could wear them potentially in a slightly more formal setting or a casual setting, but that's a pretty good representation of polo shirts. Now, one thing that was common in the university I went to, which is, when I think about it, so silly, is a popped collar. So, and I didn't dress like this. To be very clear, I was not a bro, for better or worse, right? But often the bros would wear a specific style of clothes with boat shoes, shorts. I don't know what the type of shorts is called. A polo shirt with the collar popped, and then aviator sunglasses. And that's just how bros used to dress. Okay. Let me see a version of this with bro style, popped collar, and boat shoes. All right, I just want to see if I can show you what this style was. When I think back at it on this period of time, it just seems like another lifetime. I often just would look around at all the bros and wonder, what the heck am I doing here? Why do I go to this school? Why do I go to a school filled with bros? I went to the wrong university. I do feel that. I went to a university filled with bros, and I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, I apologize for the inconvenience. Experiencing high demand. Okay, can we try this again? Try again. I want to see the bro style. Don't leave me hanging. We have two more shirts to look at. So far we've talked about T-shirts, button-down shirts, dress shirts, or button-down shirts or dress shirts, the same thing, polo shirts, and now we're going to look at a Hawaiian shirt next, okay? A Hawaiian shirt. Nah, this is not right. This is not right at all. This is not what bros look like. This is a failed bro image. Nope, not even close. All right, well, let's move on. It's not important. Hawaiian shirt next. A Hawaiian shirt. Try to picture in your mind what that would look like. Okay. So a Hawaiian shirt, also known as an aloha shirt, is a style of dress shirt originating from, big surprise, big shock, Hawaii. It's typically short-sleeved and made from printed fabric with bold, colorful patterns, often featuring floral or tropical motifs. Hawaiian shirts are usually worn untucked and have a loose, relaxed fit, making them popular as casual summer wear. Yeah, so you never see, I don't think I've ever seen someone tuck in a Hawaiian shirt. I've never worn a Hawaiian shirt in my entire life. I've never worn a polo shirt, I don't think, in my entire life. I've worn a button-down, and I've worn a T-shirt. But I don't think I've ever worn a polo shirt, and I don't think I've ever worn a Hawaiian shirt. All right, so you get it. Pretty casual. It is a button-down style, but always worn untucked, short sleeves, kind of loose. It makes you feel like flowing, right? The sort of the wind from the ocean is blowing, and it's very comfortable. You can feel the breeze, right? Nice Hawaiian shirts. Okay. All right. Good. So we got a Hawaiian shirt. Floral patterns. So it's not so much about the fabric, although it is usually a light fabric. It's more about featuring floral or tropical motifs. You might see Hawaiian shirts with pineapples or big flowers or parrots or something like that. There's a theme there that ties back to Hawaii. You won't see usually a Hawaiian shirt with tanks on it or something like that. AK-47s. You don't really associate that with Hawaii, but I suppose it's possible. All right, the last one we're going to look at here, and these are not all the shirt styles. We're just looking at a few. I'm trying to get across how, shirt is one thing, and there are a lot of different styles. We're not even getting close to all of them, right? We're just on shirts for now, right? So okay, the last one we're going to look at is a tank top, TANK top. Okay. Now, one style of this has been called a wife beater, which I've talked about in previous videos, which is crazy, but there's some variation here with tank top. So let's see what we can get. With tank top. So this is a sleeveless shirt with a low neck and typically wide shoulder straps. It's a casual garment, often made of cotton or a cotton blend, making it light and breathable. Tank tops are popular for their comfort and ease of movement, making them ideal for sports, exercise, or warm weather. They come in a variety of colors and may feature They may feature different designs or prints. Okay. Now, the interesting thing here is when you get into women's clothing items, it gets way more complicated. And so we're not even getting into that. There's this broad category stuff of, button down and polo shirt. But when you start to get into women's clothes, then there's even more categories. You have strapless, and you have, I don't even know where to begin. We're not even going to get into all of that. But just know that, what this girl is wearing here may not even be called a tank top, according to her. If we were to say, what are you wearing? She might say, I'm wearing I don't know. Probably wouldn't say tank top, right? Well, if you ask this guy what he's wearing, he would say, I'm wearing a tank top. I'm wearing how does he talk? I'm wearing a tank top. But yeah, he would say like that. I'm wearing a tank top because I'm going to go to the gym. That's what he would say. And what is a the word halter top just entered my head, and I want to know what that means. What is a halter top? Okay, I'm just curious because suddenly I know this word. I'm wondering if that's what she's wearing, if it would specifically be called halter top, which may be a type of tank top. Halter top is a type of sleeveless shirt or blouse that has a single strap. Okay, one strap. The design leaves the upper back uncovered and often emphasizes the shoulders and neck. Okay, so it's one strap. Got it. Okay, cool. So we've explored tank top, Hawaiian shirt, polo shirt, button-down shirts, and T-shirts. And within button-down shirts, we may also add a dress shirt. The first image we looked at specifically, we would call a dress shirt. Okay, so which one? This one, they're wearing dress shirts. This is a dress shirt, which is a type of button-down. Okay, so just to be clear, these are not dress shirts. Dress shirts are associated with work, formal wear, right? And these are button-down shirts, but they're casual, right? It's denim button-down and a flannel button-down. Okay, so just to be clear on that. Okay, we talked about polo. Yeah. All right. Now, we're going to move on to pants. We're going to try to move as quickly as we can here because, we have quite a bit to cover, but I want to just give you this full range of styles here. So let's now move on to pants, and we're going to talk specifically about trousers. Now, trousers is not a word that I use very often. I don't typically use this word, but when I think of trousers, I think of slightly more formal pants. But the way that this is understood may be different in different contexts by different people, right? And so some people will consider trousers to mean pants, and others will consider trousers to mean one specific style of pants, which is more formal pants. And so I think what ChatGPT has done here is said essentially trousers are pants. They equal pants in North American English, a type of clothing. But again, I think that's just one common understanding of that word, because the image I associate with trousers would be this one, right? These sort of more formal pants, right? There are a lot of different styles of pants: jeans, dress pants, chinos, cargo pants, leggings, and we're going to look at some of those next. But I just wanted to sort of get across this idea of when you hear trousers, you may be talking with someone who understands it this way, of it just means pants, and you may be talking with someone who understands it generally as what we're going to look at next, which is slacks, okay? So let's look at slacks. Let's look at slacks. Now, slacks are definitely formal. Definitely formal. Or more formal. Maybe not formal in every single setting, but tend to be more formal, okay? A type of trousers often associated with formal or business wear. They are typically made from woven fabrics, blah, blah, blah. Slacks are known for their more relaxed fit compared to suit pants, yet they still provide a neat and professional appearance, okay? So here we have some slacks. Nice. Okay, very cool. Well, these are some fashionable business folks. Posh. Nice. Well dressed. Wow. And I would say same thing for here. I would call these also slacks. All right, so we get the idea. Now, chinos are a similar type of thing, but I want to just bring up chinos here to explore a variation of this style of pants, okay? Made from chino cloth. This is a specific style of cloth, a lightweight, durable cotton, originally developed for military uniforms. They've become a popular casual and business casual garment. Chinos are known for their comfort and versatility, often a smart casual look that can be easily dressed up or down. What does dressed up or down mean? Well, you could wear them in a more casual way, or you could wear them in a more formal way, depending on what else you wear. If you wear a button-down shirt with chinos, you're going to look more formal. If you wear a Led Zeppelin t-shirt with chinos, you're going to look more casual, right? Okay, so, similar, right? That guy's pants, chinos are pretty tight. Okay, but yeah, we're getting similar images here. Very fashionable. Okay, so now we want to get into some slightly more casual pants or trousers. And again, I would say pants. That's where I grew up. We said pants, not trousers, but I can say pants or trousers. Okay, so let's now look at jeans. Jeans. So the material of jeans is denim, but they're called jeans. What if you're wearing a denim jacket? Would you say I'm wearing a jeans jacket? No, you'd say a denim jacket. You could say a jean jacket. So sometimes the word jean is used to mean the fabric, but more often than not, it's denim if you're talking about the material, and jeans if you're talking about the pants specifically, or the trousers specifically. Okay, these are pretty fashionable, but all right. Jeans are a type of trousers made from denim or dungaree cloth. They were originally designed as workwear for their durability, but have since become one of the most popular and ubiquitous items of casual wear worldwide. Yes, indeed. Let's see. I don't know. Can I see these two wearing jeans more casually? I just feel like they're still they're not dressed up. They are somewhat casual. I mean, he's wearing Converse and she's wearing some, looks like beetle boots or something. But I want to see something even more casual to get a full spectrum of the sort of jeans aesthetic, because I think there's a very large variety of jeans and ways to wear jeans. Okay, that's definitely more casual. She's wearing some sandals and he's wearing a t-shirt. Yeah. Okay. All right, good. All right, so we've got slacks, we've got chinos, we've got trousers, even though all of these are called trousers according to ChatGPT. Did I say capris? No. Okay, so we're going to look at 2 more. And again, we're not looking at all of them because I'm not even going to talk about sweatpants, but I will mention them. But we're not even going to look at images of sweatpants. Okay, so now let's look at Capri Pants. Capris, also known as Capri Pants or Capri Trousers, are a style of pants that end mid-calf or start or just below the calf, making them longer than shorts, but not as long as trousers. They are popular during warmer seasons and come in a variety of fabrics, including denim, cotton, and stretch materials. Okay? So capris are more about the length and less about the fabric, right? Some of these kind of focus on the fabric, and some of these focus on the length. So this guy looks kind of weird. I don't know. Her capris look more natural. I don't know. Something off about that guy's capris. Okay, and then finally, we're going to take a quick look at cargo pants. Cargo pants, I think, used to be more popular than they are now. I'm not sure. I don't know how to measure the popularity of specific styles, but I feel like cargo pants used to be more popular. A type of trousers characterized by their loose fit and multiple large pockets, typically on the sides of the legs, originally designed for tough outdoor activities and military use. They have become a popular item in casual wear, made from hard wearing fabrics like cotton and synthetic blends. Okay. All right, so they're kind of full military, these two. I don't know. They almost look like fake humans here. Let's see. I want to see the 2 people wearing cargo pants in a more casual, realistic way. Let's see if we can get a better image here, because I feel like this is a photo shoot. They are cargo pants, but I don't know. It looks like they're both in the military and they're taking a break. A lot of people who wear cargo pants or shorts just, wear them around wearing normal clothes like a t-shirt and a beanie, Okay, I feel like this is more natural. Yeah, that's more natural. Okay, that's more natural. And, one we didn't really get into is sweatpants. Sweatpants would be joggers, sweatpants. This is for sports or for lounging or for comfort, right? Very flexible, breathable. And then leggings, which are skin tight, very tight, and usually worn by women, and sometimes called yoga pants as well. Okay, but again, we're not talking about every single style of these. We've covered shirts and pants. In pants, we've got slacks, jeans, chinos, capris, cargo pants. And pants are also sometimes called trousers, but sometimes people understand the word trousers to mean slacks, which is how I usually use it. Okay, now we're going to move on to shoes. That's right, shoes. Okay, so let's look at first sneakers. Sneakers. What are sneakers anyway? Sneakers, also known as trainers, trainers is used, I believe, in the UK to talk about sneakers. So Americans might use sneakers, and Brits may use trainers. I think that's the difference. A type of footwear primarily designed for sports and other forms of physical exercise. They're now widely used for everyday casual wear due to their comfort and versatility. Okay? So, okay, wait a second now. Come on. That's not an accurate representation of sneakers. Try again. Make these more realistic. I feel like the soles of those sneakers are insanely high. I know that some people do wear very thick-soled sneakers and shoes, but I'm trying to give a sort of accurate general representation of sneakers, and so I think that's something slightly off about that picture, I feel. Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Is that better? That's better. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Something off about hers, or one of her feet looks a little too big. Something weird. But okay, that's definitely better. Those are some nice sneakers right there. Okay? So sports shoes, right? And sometimes people will just call these tennis shoes. You'll hear people call these tennis shoes. Do one of these with tennis shoes. Oops, not tennis shoes. Okay. And we should get the same thing. I mean, tennis shoes and sneakers are, as far as I know, the same. A little different from basketball shoes, because basketball shoes are also very popular, but basketball shoes generally are totally flat on the bottom and are a little bit more supportive around the ankles and could actually be worn to play basketball. It's a particular style. You need a particular style of shoes to play basketball. And so they're a bit different, but they're in the same sort of category of shoes for athletics, right? Okay, so yeah, generally the same thing, right? Okay, good. All right, let's do now, we've got loafers. Loafers. Okay. When I think of loafers, the first thing I think of is my grandfather. He used to have these loafers that he would wear, which he called his fast grandpa shoes. And he could run pretty fast as a grandpa, right? And he would race us, but he would put on his fast grandpa shoes to race us. And I always thought that was such a magical thing. He would say, okay, wait a minute, I need to put on my fast grandpa shoes. But it surprised me that they weren't athletic shoes. They weren't tennis shoes. They were they were loafers, which looked like this, right? That's what they looked like. They looked like this. So he would run in those. And I always thought, how is it that they make him faster? Amazing. He is faster. Wow, that's crazy. Penny loafers, tassel loafers, bit loafers, and slipper loafers. Okay, so within loafers, there are different styles. Loafers are a style of slip-on shoes that don't utilize a lacing or fastening system. So that's kind of the thing about loafers is you slip them on. You don't tie them. You don't have Velcro. They're just on, right? And you slide them on. But they're still kind of formal in a way. They're still fashionable. You wouldn't do sports in them. You wouldn't wear them very casually. They're nice shoes. The ones on the right are tassel loafers. They have the tassels on them. And the ones on the left are penny loafers. I think because you could put a penny in that little slot at the top. I could be wrong about that. That's always been my assumption, but I could be wrong. Characterized by a leather strap across the top, often with a diamond-shaped cutout. And that cutout, I think, is where you could put a penny. And I think that's why they're called penny loafers. Okay? All right, cool. So loafers, and generally, as you see in this picture, loafers are not worn with socks, although they could be. I think Michael Jackson wore loafers with white socks. That was kind of his famous thing, right? Now, a similar style of shoes, in a way, would be Oxfords. So let's take a look at Oxfords. Oxfords. Typically a leather dress shoe with a distinctive closed lacing system where the shoelace eyelets, hold on, it's going too fast for me. The shoelace eyelets are attached under the vamp. What the heck is a vamp? This gives them a sleeker, more streamlined appearance. What is a vamp? I guess, is that the thing that the leather piece that folds over the middle section of the shoe? I didn't know that was called a vamp. Okay, so let's take a look at what Oxfords look like. All right. Okay. Whoa, that lady has 3 legs. Oh no. Well, if you've got 3 legs, then how do you buy shoes if you have 3 legs? Right. So you can see they're also formal shoes, but they are laced and they have a particular style. I would say they look more formal than loafers. This is the type of shoe that you might see people wear in formal events, weddings and things like that, right? Especially men. I mean, women I've asked for men and women for each of these. Women may be less likely to wear Oxfords, although I see it sometimes, it tends to be more of a men's shoe. But for more of a women's shoe, we would have something called pumps. Heels would be a general style, high heels, right? But that it's very broad, right? That would be anything which has a tall heel on it, and generally would be a women's shoe that has a heel that's above a certain length. If it doesn't have that, they might be called flats. And if it's not flat and has a heel, then it might be called heels. But that's a very, very broad category. And pumps might be a little bit more specific in that category, okay? So let's see. Pumps would be court shoes in British English. Okay, I didn't know that. A type of high-heeled. A high heel would be a shoe with a women's shoe with a heel, especially one that is high. Typically worn by women, they are characterized by their closed toe design, right? And a heel of varying height. Pumps can be made from a variety of materials, including leather, suede, synthetic materials, and they can come in a wide range of colors and designs. Classic pumps have a seamless, sleek look without fastenings or laces. So they slide on, they have high heels, and women might wear these more formally, in a business or work setting, a professional setting, or I suppose whenever they want, I guess. But it might be a subcategory of a broader category, which would be heels or high heels, because again, there's so many different styles of shoes. Just go into that section of a store that sells shoes, and an unbelievable array of styles of heels and high heels, including pumps. Okay, so we're just getting a big picture here. All right, finally, in our shoes category, we're gonna take a look at sandals. Sandals. All right. Sandals are a type of open footwear consisting of a sole held to the wearer's foot by straps or bands passing over the instep. I'm learning a lot of words about feet. I think I did know instep, though. Sandals can vary greatly in style, ranging from simple designs with minimal straps to more complex ones with various decorative elements. Okay. So many different styles of sandals. Right, those look pretty comfortable. I think the ones that there's a classical style, or I think it's a brand. I believe it's a brand called Birkenstocks. Is that right? Birkenstocks would be a particular brand that is also a style, which is something like the one on the left, and then on the right, I don't know what that style of sandals is called, where the straps go farther up the ankle. I'm actually not sure. Okay. So we've taken a look at shirts, pants, and shoes. T-shirts, button-down shirts, dress shirts, polo shirts, Hawaiian shirts, tank tops, pants. We've talked about trousers, slacks, jeans, chinos, capris, cargo pants, leggings, sweatpants. Shoes, we've talked about sneakers, tennis shoes, loafers, pumps, Oxfords, sandals, high heels. Now let's look at hats. Hats. All right, first, a baseball cap. This is one of those things that comes from a particular activity, like basketball shorts or basketball shoes or tennis shoes, right? But then is then a style that is worn by people. So people who wear baseball caps don't need to be baseball players. A lot of people wear baseball caps. The style comes from baseball. There's a long bill that comes out of the front, or a visor that comes out of the front that can cover your eyes and prevent the sun from going into your eyes, right? But they're very popular, right? Baseball caps, the style, are very popular. The style is very popular, not are very popular. What am I saying? Okay, we'll look at a few hats, and then we're going to take a look at sweaters, and that'll be it. After that, after we look at sweaters, then we're done. We're absolutely done. It's been quite a journey, though. It's been fun to take a look at what ChatGPT can come up with. Okay, I think we have our original models back. Nice. Hello. Hey, guys. Good to see you again. They're both wearing baseball caps. And people wear them different ways. A baseball cap, sometimes you see the visor curved like that. But sometimes you see it totally flat. Sometimes you see with the sticker and tag still on it. Some people wear it like that. Totally flat. Some people wear it backwards. Some people wear it sideways. Some people wear it up so that it doesn't cover their eyes at all. Some people wear it way down. There are many different ways to wear a baseball hat or baseball cap. All right, now let's look at something a little more formal. Let's look at a fedora. A fedora. Fedora is a hat with a soft brim and indented crown, typically made of wool or felt. Okay. The brim goes around the hat and can be worn up or down in the front and back. Fedoras are often accessorized with a hat band, usually a ribbon, and sometimes feature a feather or other decoration on the side. Usually a woman's fashion. Originally a women's fashion, into the 20th century, it became more of a men's item in the... What? I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. Originally a women's fashion in the 20th century, it became more of a men's item in the mid-1920s. So from the 19th to the 20th century, it was a women's item first? That's cool. Today, fedoras are unisex, worn by both, and worn in various settings. Okay, some nice fedoras. I like it. Okay, I used to have a fedora. I would just wear it around the house. I had a fedora, a doctor's smock, and scrubs, kind of. No, not scrubs. A smock, the smock that a doctor will wear, the white one. I had a custom stitching on it. I would wear the fedora. I had a stethoscope. I was weird in that way. I would just walk around with my pipe doing that for no reason in particular. Okay, now one that I wear much more often. I don't really wear baseball caps that much. I don't wear fedoras these days, at least. What about a beanie? A beanie. Now, sometimes this is called a stocking cap, but beanie is the more common way to describe it now. A close-fitting knitted cap often made from wool, cotton, or synthetic materials. Beanies are worn for warmth and are a popular choice in cold weather. Some people wear beanies whenever. I sometimes wear a beanie just in the house walking around. in the middle of the summer. But yes, generally cold weather. All right. Looks pretty comfortable. Again, sometimes these will be called stocking caps and sometimes beanies. There's a very popular brand for beanies that a lot of people wear, which is Carhartt. A Carhartt beanie. You see a lot of people wearing Carhartt beanies around. I have several of them. They're just really comfortable and very cheap. Very cheap and comfortable. Okay, we're going to look at two more hats here. And there's so many different styles of hats, we could never talk about all of them, right? But okay, next one is a Panama hat. A Panama hat. It comes from a particular place, I believe. A Panama hat is a traditional brimmed straw hat of Ecuadorian origin. Despite its name, it gained international fame during the construction of the... Despite its name, it gained international fame during the construction of the Panama Canal. I don't understand how that's despite its name. If it gained international fame during the construction of the Panama Canal, then why would that be despite its name? Anyway, the genuine Panama hat is hand-woven from the plaited leaves of the takia straw plant. These hats are lightweight, breathable, and often worn as a stylish accessory in warm weather. So warm weather hats, yeah. Similar to a fedora, the one on the left definitely looks like a fedora, but the one on the right is what I think of more as a Panama hat, being a wider brimmed hat, right? And somewhat more, I feel like it's somewhat more now high fashion when I see a Panama hat. Interesting. Okay, and finally for hats, we've got a bucket hat. And it looks like a bucket. A bucket hat is a soft cotton hat with a wide, downward sloping brim, originally used as a functional accessory for fishermen and farmers for protection against the rain. It has become a popular fashion item. The design offers excellent sun protection. I sometimes wear bucket hats. When I'm going for a walk, I find bucket hats are good to keep my face out of the sun or at least shade my eyes from the sun, right? Okay, so those are nice bucket hats. I would honestly wear either of these. I actually like hers better with the flowers on it. She's got a nice bucket hat, and I would definitely wear that. His is okay. It's a little plain. This is, yeah. I would wear this shirt with this shirt but this bucket hat. I would say, hey, excuse me, can we trade bucket hats? I'll give you mine. You give me yours, and then I'm going to go. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, very cool. I like it. I like bucket hats. Okay. So we talked about bucket hats, Panama hats, beanies, fedoras, baseball caps. We've talked about shirts, pants, shoes, and hats. The last thing we have to talk about here is sweaters. And this is a broad category, but I think interesting because there are different types. First, we have a cardigan. A cardigan. A cardigan. What is a cardigan? A cardigan is a type of knitted garment that is open, that has an open front, commonly fastened with buttons or a zipper. It's a versatile piece of clothing, and it can be found in a variety of styles, from lightweight to chunky knits. So you could have one with a very thick knit, where it's very spongy when you feel it, or a very thin knit, maybe cashmere, where it's very light and breathable and very, very soft. You say, oh, I really love your cashmere cardigan. That's beautiful. They're wearing some nice cardigans here. Both very cool. I like it. Nice cardigans. Oh, hey. Nice cardigans. I like those. I think I have one cardigan. I think I have one. All right, next we have a pullover. A pullover. A pullover is a type of sweater or jumper. And you hear jumper. What is a jumper? A jumper is the British English version of sweater. So Americans say sweaters and Brits say jumpers. I believe that's the only difference. I think they mean the same thing, and it's just who is using them. So pullover is a type of sweater or jumper that is put on by pulling it over the head, obviously. So that one gets its name from how it's put on. So it's not a cardigan, because a cardigan you would put on and then button in the front. A pullover you pull over your head. They're knitted and can be made from a variety of materials. Okay, so here are some pullovers. Now, most people, when they see these, they might not call them pullovers. They might just say, oh, I like your sweater. That's a very nice sweater. Oh, I like this green crew neck sweater. Oh, I like your beige gray V-neck sweater. That's a really nice, comfortable looking sweater. People might say, I really like that pullover, but I think generally speaking, people will say, at least Americans will say, I really like that sweater. So often when people think of sweater, they are actually thinking of pullover. When they see a pullover, they think and say the word sweater. Otherwise they'll use other words, right? What about a sweatshirt? What's the difference between a sweater and a sweat shirt? Well, that's a good question. Let's explore this. So you can see this is slightly, I don't want to say formal, but you could go to a nice restaurant in that and no one would look at you and say, why are you dressed like that? It's nice, right? It may be business casual, but a sweatshirt is often slightly less formal. A warm garment typically made from cotton with a fleecy interior. It's designed for comfort and warmth and has long sleeves and a round neckline without a collar. They may also have the neck. Sweatshirts may also have a V-shaped insert at the collar, ribbed cuffs. Okay. They can be plain, blah, 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 making them popular for casual wear or athletic use. And that's, I think, or streetwear. Streetwear is a type of a fashion style, right? I think that is the key difference between a pullover sweater and a sweatshirt. A sweatshirt you will see someone wearing usually more casually to go out. They don't want to dress up. They like being more casual, or they have a generally more casual sense of fashion, and so they would wear something like this. Now, we're going to look at this one on the right specifically. That is a type of sweatshirt called a hoodie, but I think the one on the left, the guy on the left in the gray one, is a perfect example of a sweatshirt. And, you know, it's comfortable, but it's also sporty. It's a bit sporty, okay? So let's look at a hoodie. Let's try a hoodie. Let's do a hoodie just so we can see the difference. She is wearing a hoodie. And I think hoodie would be a subcategory of sweatshirt, I guess. Maybe? That sound right? A hoodie also known as a sweatshirt. A hoodie also known as a sweatshirt. No. That's not right. Hoodie and sweatshirt are not the same. Hoodie also known as a sweatshirt. They're not. Because a sweatshirt, as we saw above, this guy here, doesn't have to have a hood. It doesn't have a hood. A hoodie must have a hood. That's why it's called a hoodie, right? So a hoodie is a type of sweatshirt, but not all sweatshirts are hoodies, right? So a square is a type of rectangle, but not all rectangles are squares. A hoodie is a type of sweatshirt, but not all sweatshirts are hoodies. Got it? Understand? Okay, they're both wearing hoodies though. See, they both have a hood that can go over your head. If it doesn't have a hood that can go over your head, then it's not a hoodie. It may be a sweatshirt. So ChatGPT got this one a little bit wrong. Oh, the other feature that's common here is the large pocket at the front, and sometimes comes with a drawstring to adjust the opening of the hood. So this pocket in the front is a common feature. And sometimes you have hoodies that zip in the middle. That doesn't mean it's called a cardigan. Just because it has a zip at the front and is open, it would still be a hoodie, but it would have a zipper at the front. It's all about the hood. The hood is the thing. Okay, finally, finally, we've got a turtleneck. That's right, a turtleneck. Now, a turtleneck could be used to describe a long sleeve shirt that is not a sweater. So you could have a long sleeve formal shirt that has a long neck here that is called a turtleneck. And this was made famous by Steve Jobs, who always wore black turtleneck shirts. The neck coming up to here, long black sleeves, always, with jeans and his round glasses. Whereas a turtleneck sweater, well, is just that, but thicker, basically, right? That's the difference. They're the same basic style, long sleeves, but one may be warmer than the other or thicker than the other. As a style of sweater or top with a high, close-fitting, turned-over collar that covers the neck, it is also known as a roll neck or polo neck. Turtlenecks can be made from a variety of materials, blah, blah, blah. They're often worn in colder weather. The style is versatile and can be worn on its own or layered under jackets, blazers, and cardigans. So it looks like she's wearing her turtleneck sweater by itself, and he is wearing a turtleneck sweater under a blazer. Okay. What has been a whirlwind tour through the vocabulary of clothing items. We've talked about shirts. We've talked about pants or trousers. We've talked about shoes. We've talked about hats. We've talked about sweaters. And I honestly think we have only just scratched the surface. There are so many different styles. If you go into women's clothing styles, it gets really complicated. But there are so many things just within the broad categories of styles that we didn't talk about. I would encourage you to use this approach to learn the different styles and the names for those styles. I love working with ChatGPT on things like this because I can create an image, I can see it, I can say, oh, okay, it's like this, or I can ask for more examples, or I can ask questions, right? But if you're curious about this and we didn't talk about one that you're thinking of, let me know in the comments and maybe I can help clarify it or give you a bit more detail. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and get a free course in the links in the description. All right. Well, that was long. Wow, we were doing that for a while. Yikes, but we covered a lot. I learned a few things as well. I mean, some specific words that I was not familiar with. Some specific words that I did not know. Interesting. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at a clip from a reality show, America's Next Top Model. And then, taking a tea break. And then I have some pronunciation stuff I want to talk about a bit, if that's okay. If that's okay with you, it's tea break time. I need to take a tea break. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can get this a more casual version. I want a more casual. Show me a more casual one. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Okay. Whoa. Okay, he's wearing jeans. It looks like she's wearing tights, leggings. I suppose that's more casual. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to pop on this because we're going to take a look at a clip from a show called America's Next Top Model. All right. All right, so let's get into this clip from America's Next Top Model. We're going to be picking out some phrases in context. The music is a little bit loud, so you have to listen carefully, and they also talk very fast. This is challenging. This isn't an episode from a TV show that is scripted. Usually you can hear dialogue better when it's scripted, right? Because people have rehearsed it and planned it. But from a reality show, this is just people talking. People in real life, they have sentence fragments. They don't complete things. You know, that's just how speech goes, right? So listen carefully. We're going to be picking out some interesting phrases here.
Hi, girls. Guys, be in front of the mirror and like work on your angles.
We're not going to talk about that, but work on your angles. Work on your angles? Like work on your angles? Like work on your angles? Is that what she says? I think she's a model coach or something. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't really watch the show.
Guys, be in front of the mirror and like work on your angles so you see what works for your face, for your body, all right?
Stacy is...
Don't forget to work on your angles. That's good advice to anybody, I think. Got to work on those angles.
Once again, here to help us.
Remember, so I don't want you to focus too much on the dance where you get lost and it's all about the dance.
The fact that we have one take definitely is a little frightening.
The fact that we have one take definitely is a little frightening. Okay, let's listen to this one carefully. Let's go back a few seconds.
About the dance.
The fact that we have one take definitely is a little frightening, but...
The fact that we have one take definitely is a little bit frightening. So, first of all, one take means that whatever they're doing, whether it's a photo shoot or a video shoot or whatever, they only have one try to get it right. They can't do it again for whatever reason. Maybe it's live. I'm not sure, but they only have one attempt. Often when you're talking about filming something, recording something, you would do it in one take, or you would have multiple takes. If I'm recording a video by myself, I might do a video in 10 takes, right? But if I'm doing a podcast and recording it live, then I have only one take to say everything I need to say. So that would be, I only have one attempt to get it right, okay? Now, the fact that is this really common phrase that is, for some reason, becoming even more common as a way to introduce something, to say this is true. The fact that you think, the fact that we are, the fact that this is. Now, in this case, it's being used in a pretty easy to understand way. The fact that we only have one take, and let's see what she's the end thought there.
the fact that we have one take definitely is a little frightening.
The fact that we have one take definitely is a little frightening. Because it's true that basically the meaning is, because it's true that we only have one take, it is frightening. Okay, so the fact that we have to present this tomorrow and we haven't even started putting our presentation together is a little bit terrifying, right? So because of that thing that's true. Now, you will hear people say the fact that, and then just say something that's true, and then make no commentary. Nothing is connected to it. The fact that you just did that, and then that's all they say. The fact that you just did that. So it's taking on this. The fact that is taking on a new usage, which is cool with me, I like it. A new usage in the English language. She's not using it that way, in the newer way. The newer way is just to say something. The fact that we're all just sitting here saying nothing to each other, whatever it is, it's almost like a way of just saying, hey, I'm just observing some weird thing that's going on, basically. The fact that we just spent 3 minutes talking about one phrase. Okay. So listen to the fact that again.
Don't want you to focus too much on the dance where you get lost and it's all about the dance.
The fact that we have one take definitely is a little frightening, but I'm prepared to wing it. How hard can it be?
I'm prepared to wing it. We're not going to bring that one up, but just quickly, wing it just means to improvise, to just do something. It's not overly prepared. Just wing it. Just wing it. I'm not ready for my job interview tomorrow. Just wing it. You'll do fine. Just wing it. You'll do fine.
Marissa, walk when you get to here. Show me some poses that you're going to do.
Okay.
Marissa, walk when you get to here.
We missed something.
How hard can it be?
Okay, that's what I want to talk about.
Prepared to wing it. How hard can it be?
How hard can it be? This one, very interesting, I think. How hard can it be? Is when we want to show our confidence about something that may or may not be difficult that's coming up, right? Well, how hard can it be? Meaning, I don't think it's going to be that hard. So this one is typically used, whether it's true or not, to show that we think something is no big deal and that we're willing to try it and we don't feel too worried about it. Now, maybe it's because we're hiding and we actually think it is very hard and we're just trying to show that we are very confident and not worried about it. Oh, flying an airplane? I mean, how hard can it be? But sometimes it's because we really do feel very confident. So it can be used either way. It seems like she does feel fairly confident. She's a little nervous that she has to do everything in one take, right? But she's going to just wing it, and she doesn't think it's going to be that hard. So how hard can it be? Sometimes it's used sarcastically, like that airplane thing. I mean, landing an airplane, how hard can it be, right? Well, usually I would say that knowing that it's very hard. And if I've never done it before, I definitely couldn't do it. And saying how hard can it be is kind of snarky and sarcastic, talking about the fact that I don't know anything about it and I'm commenting on how easy it is. So that's almost a funny comment, right? Okay.
But I'm prepared to wing it. How hard can it be?
Right. Marissa, walk when you get to here. Show me some poses that you're going to do.
Okay.
It's a good pose.
You still need to
I wouldn't have done that pose. I would have done a different pose. I mean, how hard can it be?
practice so that like
Okay,
even if you
I'll
just
do
feel,
it.
No, I'll get back.
Oh my gosh, Stacy, she can be very overbearing at times. Oh my gosh, Stacy, she can be very overbearing at times.
No, I'll get back.
Oh my gosh, Stacy, she can be very overbearing at times.
So, okay, before I even say what overbearing is, what do you think it is? What's the situation? She's gonna wing it?
You still need to like practice so that like
She's giving her feedback. You need to practice. You still need to like practice.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, I'll get back.
Oh my god.
No, get back. Okay, she said, okay, I'll do it. And then she's telling her to get back. She's being harsh. She's being demanding. She's being somewhat aggressive. She's being a little pushy. She's controlling the situation. She's kind of dominating this whole thing, right? Well, she's a legend, as we're going to talk about in a minute.
Stacy, she can be very overbearing at times.
So she's talking about her personality type or the way she engages with others. And all of those things that I just said are what we would describe as overbearing. It could be a personality type, someone who's very overbearing, dominates the situation, sometimes is aggressive or controlling of others, uses their personality to make others do what they think that others should do. It can include those things, right? And is used in different ways, but it might be situation by situation. Maybe she's overbearing only in a professional setting and is not that way all the time. Maybe she feels she needs to be more aggressive or more dominant when she's coaching in this sort of setting to get these models to, listen to her because she's a professional. She has a lot of experience. And maybe she doesn't have that as her personality trait in her daily life, right? Where she's, interacting with her family. So it's more about a style of interacting or a way someone would interact than necessarily being a personality type. Although it could be a personality type. Some people have a very overbearing personality. Okay.
And she does overbearing at. Oh my gosh, Stacey, she can be very overbearing at times. She does just kind of annoy me.
She does just kind of annoy me. Wow. Okay.
Win this, right?
Of course, but I feel like this is what complicates things more for me.
Marissa has a little bit of a temper, and
okay, this is going to be hard to pick out, right? If you could hear that part, your listening is very good. Let's not a lot of
This is what complicates things more for me.
Marissa has a little bit of a temper, and
Melissa, what? Something has a little bit of a temper. So a temper would be that you easily get upset. She's clearly getting impatient because her mentor is being a little overbearing at times, and it's frustrating her. She's annoyed. And now this other model is commenting on, is it Larissa or Melissa? I didn't hear. Larissa? That she is letting her emotions get the best of her. The person who's receiving this feedback, she has a little bit of a temper, means she is not able to control her mood very well. Sometimes she gets upset or frustrated and shows it immediately. If someone has a temper, they get angry or upset or mad fairly quickly, right? Or they have the ability to get very upset. Now, if someone does it very quickly, sometimes we describe that person as having a short fuse. He's got a very short fuse. But if someone has a bit of a temper, it's a way to underplay something that we feel is true about them. We often say a bit means less, right? A little bit less, not a lot, not a huge temper. Well, sometimes a bit is used to say this person has a temper. And we want to just soften the statement by, instead of saying this person has a temper, always gets upset, we want to just make that statement a bit softer by saying a bit of a temper. Now, it could be that it is just sometimes, that she does just get upset once in a while, and it isn't a very big thing. It isn't a serious thing. Okay, so in that case, maybe she genuinely means just a bit, just a bit. She says a little bit of a temper, which is basically the same idea. But really, that a bit or a little bit is an expression or phrase that's used to soften something. Yeah, he's a bit of a narcissist. You're a bit of a perfectionist. You have a bit of a temper. You've got a bit of a hard edge to you, right? So you're being a bit dramatic. You're being a little bit dramatic. Again, that could mean that you're being a little bit dramatic, or it could mean that you're being dramatic, and I'm just making that statement a little bit less direct. Okay, so either way. Okay, so let's go back.
Complicates things more for me.
Marissa has a little bit of a temper, and
she really, really does not say that clearly. Melissa's a little bit of a temper.
Really unapologetic about it.
And then she also says unapologetic. So unapologetic.
A bit of a temper, and she is really unapologetic about it.
She's unapologetic about it. This is a simple one. This just means you're not sorry. You're very unapologetic. That means you do something that you should be sorry for, but you're not sorry. You do something that offends others, that hurts others, that upsets others, whatever, and you don't care. You're not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm unapologetic.
Obviously a great model, but just modeling is not the only thing the judges are looking for.
I don't know what you want me to do.
No, right now I just want you to walk, get here, and do some poses. Simple. Stop overthinking
Then
so much.
recommend some poses to me, please.
No, you're going to show me what you got.
Recommend some poses to me, please. I wish someone would recommend poses to me as well. It'd be my dream come true. Recommend some poses to me, please.
Okay.
Stacey McKenzie, she's a legend in this industry. And
Okay, let's listen for that one. She's a legend in this industry.
To me, please.
No, you're going to show me what you got first.
Okay.
Stacey McKenzie,
What you got means what you have, what you can do. So I'm not going to recommend you poses. You show me what poses you have. You're going to wing it? You're going to try? Show me what you can do.
She's a legend in this industry. And
So the coach here, she is being described as a legend. And I apologize to fashion enthusiasts here. I don't know who this is. She's the coach in the situation. I can tell that she's giving feedback to people and helping them work on their poses for this shoot. I don't know who she is, but she's a legend. That means she's well known. She has a great reputation. Maybe she's been in the industry, in the fashion industry, for a long time. Maybe she's been a model for many years. For whatever reason, she's a legend. If someone is a legend, they're iconic. They're well known. They're very good at what they do. Everyone respects them. They're revered. People look up to them. Well, they're a legend. She's a legend in the industry.
Okay.
Stacey McKenzie, she's a legend in this industry. And anything that she has to say to me in terms of advice, I am going to take with the utmost seriousness.
Anything that she has to say with me in terms of advice, I'm going to take with the utmost seriousness. So if you take something with the utmost seriousness, that means you are totally serious about it. Highest priority, the utmost sincerity, the utmost seriousness, the utmost maybe attention to detail, right? The most I can give, the most I can do, the highest I can do, the utmost seriousness. Anything that this coach, who is a legend, says to me, I'm going to listen. I'm going to put whatever she says into practice. She's criticizing if Larissa or Melissa here for being snarky and not listening to what she's saying, not appreciating her feedback. Hey, you should listen to this legend who knows what she's doing. Don't be sassy. Don't show your temper, right? Listen and try to integrate her feedback. Try to use her feedback. That's what the other model is saying, basically. If it were me, I'm going to listen to everything she says because I respect her so much, because she is a legend. I'm gonna treat everything she says with the utmost seriousness.
You're just doing pretty much the same thing over and over.
Yeah, because that's what I plan on doing out there.
He doesn't want the same thing over and over.
Of course.
So you have to like.
Okay, that's a good look. That's a good look. That means, oh, I like this drama. This is fun to watch. That is what that face says, right? This is great. When people are watching other people fight, I mean, yeah, it is very satisfying, right? I don't mind it. When I walk past people who are fighting on the street, I don't think, oh no, they're fighting on the street. I think, ooh, juicy drama, spicy. I say.
The same thing over and over.
I do this face exactly. See this face here? When I see people fighting on the street in real life, I walk by, I do this. I do this face exactly.
So you have to like.
When I start
No. Listen to me. Stop telling me, You're not listening to a word I'm saying.
You're not showing me.
I'm trying to help you.
Marissa, I think her mouth is gonna really get her in trouble in this competition, especially in the real world. People are not gonna put up with.
Her mouth is going to get her in trouble. What does that mean? If your mouth is going to get you in trouble, that means something that you say. That's pretty easy to understand, right? It's not that you would be spitting watermelon seeds at someone. Although that might do it as well. That would be your mouth getting you in trouble. That would be me spitting watermelon seeds at strangers. But generally, no, that's not what that means. It means you say something that causes problems. You lie. You make a critical comment. You say something, and it causes problems for you. Your mouth gets you in trouble.
Her barking at them and saying rude things for no reason, that's going to be her downfall, and I know it.
You're not giving me
This competition, especially in the real world, people are
showing me.
I'm trying to help you.
Marissa, I think her mouth is going to really get her in trouble in this competition, especially in the real world. People are not going to put up with her barking at them and saying.
People are not going to put up with her barking at. Wait, is the coach barking? Now I don't know who's barking. Somebody's barking. People are not going to put up with her barking. That means they're not going to deal with it. They're not going to have patience for it. They're not going to put up with it.
Saying rude things for no reason, that's going to be her downfall, and I know it.
You're not giving.
That's going to be her downfall, and I know it. She doesn't have to add that I know it thing, but she's adding confidence there. So your downfall is the thing that causes you to ultimately lose something. In this case, maybe fail in the competition, be voted out, be kicked out, right? The movie Downfall is about the last days of World War II, not World War II, the last days of World War II, the German front of World War II, in Hitler's bunker. It's called Downfall because that's the end of that, his reign, his power, right? It's called downfall. So your downfall is the thing that causes you to finally lose your position at the top, to finally lose where you were. And I think she's talking about, I think Melissa or Marissa is the girl on the right here. I think she's talking about her. But now I don't know because she said barking, and it seems like the coach is also barking. So anyway, one of them will have a downfall as a result of the barking.
Rude things for no reason. That's going to be her downfall, and I know it.
You're not giving me any like notes. You're just making me do the same thing over and over.
I'm not making you do the same thing over and over. You're doing the same thing over and over.
I know, that's why I want you to help me.
But I'm trying to help you, but you're not listening.
I'm not listening. I think she's talking about, is it Melissa? Who cares?
Keep the pretty lips shut. Listen to me, and let me tell you exactly what it is you need to do.
Okay.
I don't want to come across as some bitchy model, but she was annoying me.
I don't want to come across as some bitchy model, okay?
Pretty lips shut. Listen to me, and let me tell you exactly what it is you need to do.
Okay.
I don't want to come across as some bitchy model, but she was annoying.
I don't want to come across as some bitchy model. So, again, this is I don't know if you can tell, this is the same girl who's being coached and is not really listening to the advice that she's being given and is talking back, right? She doesn't want to come across in a certain way. Well, if you've watched my courses, you'll already know come across means the way that you seem to other people, the way that other people perceive you, right? How do you seem to others? Well, you come across to me as a true professional. You come across to me as an authentic person. You come across as maybe a very meticulous, but sometimes impatient type of boss. How do you seem to me? Maybe you're actually like that, maybe not, right? The way that you come across is the way that you seem. So she knows that she's being confrontational in this situation with the mentor, with the coach, and she's aware that that could come across as being this bitchy model. Bitchy being, in this case, confrontational or showing a lot of attitude or, not being gracious, not being receptive to feedback, always making comments and remarks that could come across as rude. So she's aware of that, but she's also saying basically this situation kind of bothers me and annoys me. I don't think that my mentor here is being respectful or helpful in the situation. So she knows that she may be coming across this way. It's a very useful phrase. Very, very useful.
To me, and let me tell you exactly what it is you need to do.
Okay.
I don't want to come across as some bitchy model, but she was annoying me.
Don't do a hat thing.
She was annoying me. So she's saying, I know I was coming across this way, but she was being annoying. So it's her fault, not my fault.
I don't want to see it.
Her critiques were just confusing me more than anything.
Her critiques were confusing me more than anything. All right, so that's all I want to look at for this.
I don't need to help you, eh?
I don't need to help you, eh? I wonder if she's Canadian, eh? Adding A, right? All right, so that's it. If you have any questions about any of the phrases we looked at in this scene from Top Model, let me know. When you're watching TV shows, a great way to improve your listening and learn is to try to not use subtitles. Just listen very carefully and see if you can pick out phrases and then try to figure out what they mean in context or look them up if you can't figure them out. In this case, even more challenging because we're dealing with a reality TV show, not a scripted TV show. Very different. You have people speaking naturally, organically, very quickly, They're not worried about how well you understand, as, for example, the narrator of a nature documentary might, speaking very clearly, enunciating very clearly. So definitely a good way to work on your listening skills. Definitely a good way to pick up new language. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And also get a free course in the links in the description. Okay. Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. We do have some more stuff I want to talk about. I want to go to pronunciation. Talk a bit about pronunciation. If that's okay with everybody. If you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord. That's in the links in the description. Also in the description, you'll find links to the audio, or if you want the video, you can go to YouTube or Facebook and just search Cloud English. You can go anywhere and search Cloud English and you'll find me. Grab the Black Friday courses happening now on Udemy. Go to cloudenglish.net to do that. Or if you want, you can go to my website and get a membership, which is 30% off. It's monthly, but you get 30% off every month for the first 12 months. So that's a pretty good deal. And you can take as many of those courses as you like. And there's a new program coming up soon that I'm very excited to talk about and announce. And new courses coming out as well. Got a lot of things cooking. A lot of things on the way. All right. All right. Okay. So let's talk about pronunciation, shall we? Break out the old board here. Talk a bit about pronunciation. Yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Wait a second. What the heck? What the heck? Wait, let me adjust myself here. There we go. That's better. That's better. Good morning from New Zealand. Hello from the United States. Good to have you. If there are any questions, feel free to ask. I will review any interesting questions that might be good to talk about. We're going to get into another thing. Okay. Okay. A lot of people struggle with the TH sound. Okay? Now, the TH sound has a couple variations. It can be a hard T sound, like Thomas. It can also be an unvoiced sound, like th. And when you say that, you want to put your tongue between your teeth and let air flow naturally. Thank you. Thank you. Now that's unvoiced. There's no voice under it. Okay? But then there's the voiced one. And that's where you put your voice under it, but the tongue position exactly the same. Okay. So generally, those are the three main sounds that TH makes. Often, people are okay with saying the TH sound if it's at the beginning of a word, like thank you, Or if it's the voice sound, maybe this, right? But may struggle if the TH sound is at the end of a word, especially if there is another sound right after it, or other sounds directly around it, because then you have to move your tongue all over the place. So this is what we're going to practice here. We're going to practice the TH sound, voiced and unvoiced, at the end of words which have other sounds which make it complex or difficult to say them, okay? We're going to start with this one, C-L-O-T-H-E-S. Then we're going to look at this one, M-O-U-T-H-S. Then we're going to talk about this one, M-O-N-T-H-S. Then we're going to talk about this one, S-I-X-T-H-S. And then we're going to talk about this one, G-R-O-W-T-H-S. Okay? So these are all challenging in their own way. And here is where you need to really, really pay attention, where you need to really notice the feeling in your own mouth, right? When you try to say these and when you hear me say them, try to connect that feeling in your mouth to the sound that I'm making so that you can copy that sound and be honest with yourself and try to make little corrections so that you can get it perfectly, right? Be honest with whether or not you're making the sound correctly or not. Listen. You have to develop your listening and awareness. Okay, so listen. This one, we say the voiced TH, and then this one is the Z sound. Okay? So, clothes, clothes, clothes. So notice that my tongue goes out between my teeth and then comes back. Clothes, clothes. So it goes the, z, the, z, the, z. So if you want to practice those back to back, oh, the, z, oh, the, z. But when you say it quickly, it can't sound like clothes it, clothes it, clothes it. No, that's not right. You have to then put it all together so that it flows naturally. Clothes, clothes, clothes. Now, because this one is so difficult, clothes, 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 because it's so difficult, many people are going to simply say this as C-L-O-S-E. And it's so common for even native English speakers to just say clothes with no TH there. Like the TH gets canceled, that I have to say, it's okay. It's okay if you just say clothes. I'm wearing clothes, hopefully. Though I like those clothes, right? Even though technically I'm supposed to say as an English teacher, no, you're not allowed to say it like that. You have to say clothes, 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 right? Even though technically that's correct, if you just say clothes, 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 that's okay. It is okay. But you have to be aware that if you say something like C-L-O-T-H-I-N-G, suddenly you cannot say closing. No. Now you have to say clothing. Clothing. So this is a special case where because clothes and clothes are so close together, so similar, that it has become acceptable to just say this one, okay? I would still challenge you to be able to say this one, though. Clothes, clothes. Because if you can get good at that, you're refining your ability to pronounce the TH sound in a challenging way, okay? Now, for this one, you can't take any shortcuts, and there are no other ways to say it. So this one, if it's a verb, usually, mouths, mouths. And is sometimes said this way as a noun, although sometimes people will say mouths, which is also challenging. But we're gonna say it as voiced here, as voiced. Mouths, mouths. So this one is the same visit sound. So there's no escape. This one you have a little cheat where you can just say close. This one, there is no other way. You have to say mouths, mouths. If you say mouths, if you say M-O-U-Z like that, or M-O-W-Z, mouths, that's not a word. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand what you're saying. Mouths, what is that? Mouths, 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 mouths. So if that's difficult for you, you got to practice it. You have to get your tongue into the habit. It's not about knowing how to say it. It's about training your tongue to build the muscle memory to be able to say mouths, 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 mouths. Okay? Now, this one is similar, except now, in some ways more challenging maybe, we remove the voice from TH. This is an unvoiced TH sound. This is an unvoiced TH sound. However, this is voiced, N, and the S is not, right? So it's still challenging because you have to move your tongue from the TH position to the S position, but you can remove your voice. Months. 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 So what you're doing there is sliding it back from the TH sound directly to the S sound. If you can master that, if you can really get that down, then you're well on your way to mastering some very complex words. Notice how smooth it is, right? I can do it 10 times very fast. I'm not counting. I don't know how many that is. Now, put it together, but with the N sound right in front of it. That makes it a little more difficult. Months, 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 months. Now, will you hear some people say months like that? Yes, I'm not going to tell you that's correct, though. This one I'm willing to say, all right, if you say close, that's fine. You're not allowed to say months, okay? You have to say months, months, because you have to know how to say month. And all you have to add there is the S. So, suck it up and just do it. Figure it out. Practice until you can get it right. Okay, so clothes or clothes, mouths, mouths, months, months, unvoiced sound. And now we have 2 more unvoiced TH sounds. This one is really challenging because you have the X first. So 6 ends with the S sound. And then we have to go to the TH sound. Right? Then you have to go back to the S sound. So you're going I can't even do it correctly. So like a snake here. You have to do a snake thing where you go and you have to do it fast. Sixths. So first practice saying sixth, sixth, sixth. So 1/6 of my, 1/6 of my. Make sure the tongue flicks out there. Then add the S at the end. Sixths, sixths, sixths. It's very difficult. It's very challenging to say. That one's really tough. But if you practice it enough, you'll get that snake movement there. Sixths. Okay, forgot I was saying sixths. Okay, and then finally, similar, but we have the OW sound here, kind of like we had mouths. This is O, right? But here we're doing an unvoiced THS. Also, it's the th, growths, 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 growths. Okay? So, all of these together, if you want, you can repeat after me, but practice on your own until you can get them right. Clothes, clothes, or clothes. Mouths, or mouths. People will say that either way again. Mouth or mouths, months, sixths, growths. Of all these, I think probably this one is the most challenging. Sixths. That's a little bit of a tongue twister. Sixths. I don't know. Even for me, that's probably the most difficult. All right, so practice those. Let me know how it goes. If you need any help, let me know in the comments. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and also get a free course in the links in the description. Okay. All right. Well, I think it might be just about that time. Just about that time. What do you think? I think so. Okay. It's been, I think, hopefully a useful lesson today. Hopefully you've learned a lot. We covered vocabulary for clothing styles. We talked about a scene from a reality TV show, and we picked out some useful words and phrases from that. We explored pronunciation, challenging TH sounds when they're at the end of the word with other sounds. Practice those. If you'd like to support the podcast, feel free to give it a like, follow, subscribe, wherever you can show support. It would be most appreciated. The courses should be on sale still for a while, so make sure to check those out, either on my website if you want to get the membership, or through my website, cloudenglish.net. Join the Discord, of course, if you like. If you have any other topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes of the podcast, please let me know. Bring your questions for next time if you have any and would like to join live. We do this every Sunday. Again, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you in the next one.